How the length of your credit history impacts your finances. So in my last two videos, we discussed credit payment history, which is 35% of your credit score, amounts owed, which was 30% of your credit score. Today, we're going to discuss length of credit history, which is 15% of your credit score. We'll also go over what is credit history, what is the length of credit history, how does the length of credit history affect your finances, and what is the impact of 15% length of credit history. Get ready, y'all, because we're about to get intelligent. Now, length of credit history, it may not be as significant as important as payment history and amounts owed, but it does hold a rather relative significant amount of importance as it does show creditors, institutions, financiers, your oldest line of credit to your newest line of credit. But now you're like, what are you talking about? Don't worry about it. We're about to jump on right into it. What is credit history? Credit history is a record of an individual's borrowing and repayment activities. So every time you make or don't make a payment for your credit card, your mortgage, your car, school loans, that is reported on your credit report. So let's keep those payments in order, y'all. It is used by lenders to determine a person's credit worthiness and financial reliability. Ooh, did y'all hear that? Let me say it again. It is used by lenders to determine a person's credit worthiness and financial reliability simply by having credit history. That determines that. Lenders use credit history to determine whether an individual is likely to repay a loan and set the interest rate for the loan. Having a good, withstanding credit history will inevitably help you out in the long run. What is the length of credit history? The length of credit history is the amount of time a person has had an open line of credit. So if you have had a loan with the United States Department of Education for 15 years, and is in good withstanding, that is very, very favorable for you. It is one of the most important factors used to determine a person's credit score. So the length of your credit history is one of the most important factors in determining your credit score. Simply just by making payments on time and having a good withstanding, y'all, I mean, that's not too hard to do, right? I don't think so. Ooh. The longer the credit history, the better the score. So the longer you have good withstanding credit history, the better your credit score will be in the long run. But it takes time. All you have to do is simply just make the payment, y'all, on time, every month, each month in a row for a year, 2 years consecutively, and you will have credit history. How does the length of credit history affect your finances? The length of credit history affects a person's finances in several ways. First, a longer credit history is associated with higher credit scores, which can lead to better loan terms and lower interest rates. A lower credit history is associated with higher credit scores, which can lead to better loan terms and lower interest rates. So having a longer credit history generally means that you have a higher credit score, which in turns means you get a better loan term and lower interest rates simply by paying your bills on time, people. Who knew? All right. What is the impact of a 15% length of credit history? Well, I'm so glad you asked. The impact of a 15% length of credit history is that it can negatively affect a person's credit score. A short credit history can indicate that a person has not had enough time to establish a track record of managing their finances responsibly. So, if your credit history only shows, let's say 6 months to a year, and you go to apply, let's say for a house. Well, no. Let's say a house. You don't have a long enough credit history for them to keep record or for them to track your history of payments to see if you're responsible and reliable enough for them to loan you out a line of credit for that mortgage or for that house. So therefore, Henceforth, you need to get a longer credit history established so that way they see you as more responsible. All right. This can lead to lenders being less willing to lend to the borrower or charging higher interest rates. So if you have a shorter credit history, not only can you possibly get rejected, you could also end up with a really, really high APR, which is annual percentage rate. And usually those are not fixed. Those are variable, which means you're prone to the market and you do not want to be at the market's mercy when it comes to APR. Trust me, because if the market decides to go topsy-turvy or upside down, you will be paying really, really, really high interest rates. And a lot of that payment that you pay to that credit card or mortgage or whatever is only going to go to interest, and a small portion is only going to go to principal. So just know that the shorter the credit history, the higher the APR you might have, or chances are you just probably get rejected altogether. So just keep building your payment history up. I know it's something you might want right now, but trust me, longevity is the goal, and that is the key. All right, so in summary, what have we learned today, people? I really hope you guys have learned something. I enjoy doing these videos. The length of credit history is an important factor in determining a person's credit score and financial reliability. A longer credit history is associated with higher credit scores and better loan terms. However, a 15% length of credit history can negatively affect a person's credit score, leading to higher interest rates and less willingness from lenders to lend. So all you need to do is make your payments on time, as I've stated throughout this whole video, and you'll be fine. Month after month, year after year leads to longevity and leads to a better credit history. What does that mean? That means that lenders will be more willing to give you a better loan term. Say you apply for $2,000, like, hey, you actually qualify for $5,000, and I know it said 9% on there, but we're going to give you 3%. Your credit history is impeccable. Things of that nature. That's not how they really talk. That's just my impersonation. But anyways, I hope you guys really, really enjoyed this video. If you have, right down below, go ahead and drop me a like, spread a thumbs up. It tells YouTube that you guys love the video, so therefore it can show it to other people who might want to learn something for free and get some of this financial intelligence. So once again, I appreciate y'all. And remember, let's keep it intelligent.